5 reasons to be around people that value your time in 2025. Let's get it.
One, two. I've hustled harder than most. I'm a beast on these streets, got a revolver I tote. For these niggas trying to take me off the block where I post. Up daily, sip Baileys out the bottle and smoke.
What's up with it, family? What's the damn deal, man? This is Junior the Truth. Thank you all so much for taking the time to watch this video. Really, truly, genuinely appreciate it. It's been a while, man, since I created some content, since we've been in this space. And so I feel like I gotta blow the dust off, man. But I'm very, very excited to share with you all and to connect with you all on this level. As you all know, I have been in this self-mastery, personal development space, and I have been very intentional with sharing my journey and my progress along the way with you all. And so this is just another installment of that. And if I preface it and I kind of lay a foundation for you, recently I've kind of been in this space where I've been really being reflecting about my time, and I found myself in several situations where I feel as if my time wasn't being respected. Like, I might go to meet somebody, I might, meetings, meetups, appointments. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've found myself in several spaces. It might be just some leisure activity, but I found myself in these spaces where I feel like, then family, friends, loved ones, acquaintances, um, I felt like in a lot of times, my in a lot of spaces, my time wasn't being respected. And so I've been really just been in this space of just reflection and focus and meditation about it. And um it just kind of hit me with a ton of bricks, and I was just realizing like there is no way in the year of 2025 for myself, being a person who is I wear a lot of hats, I'm pulled in a lot of different directions, and I'm always I'm here or I'm there, as a business owner and so on and so forth. I'm pulled in a lot of different directions, and so my time is very scarce. I was just talking to my youngest daughter about how scarce my time is. Actually, this morning, literally, I was talking to her this morning because I was sitting with her while she was eating breakfast before school. I was sitting with her and I was filling out my to-do list for the week, which is something I typically do on Sunday nights or Monday morning. And so I'm filling out my to-do list for the week, and identifying things I'm trying to get done. And so I'm talking to her. She's just, hey man, that's a whole lot of stuff on the list, daddy. And I'm like, yeah, and this is why daddy doesn't have a lot of time, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm a person that I remind my children, you know what I mean? Like so if daddy dedicates time to doing something, I need you to understand where that comes from, because daddy has to kill what he eats. You understand what I'm saying? Like, daddy is literally killing what we eat. I have to. You know what I mean? So if I'm dedicating time to something, then on the least level, I feel like that's something that where that should be at least on the least level respected. But anyway, so I found myself in several situations where I felt like my time wasn't really being respected. Rather, there was plans that we had to do something, or we was supposed to, go somewhere or meet up, or it's a business meeting or personal meeting or dinner or whatever the case may be. And so I've been in these situations where I've been literally removing myself from instances. So if I go somewhere and we supposed to do something and you're not on time, I will remove myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had to really get back to realizing who the fuck I am. Like, I will remove myself if something goes haywire, if the communication isn't good or whatever the case may be. It's no disrespect. You know what I'm saying? It's no disrespect. I just, even if you don't, I value my time. So I value my time and I value myself so much that I will remove myself from that situation, you know what I mean? Or from that instance or whatever the case may be. And I will go on about my business and try to recoup my time or recoup what I should be doing with that time. So that's kind of where I've been in my life recently. And when I say recently, I'm talking about like the last month, maybe the last 4 to 6 weeks, we'll say. Excuse me. So I've been reflecting on it and I've been meditating on it and thinking. And the thing that I came up with was, in the year of 2025, it is absolutely no reason to be around people who don't value your time. You have absolutely no idea the negative impact that that has when a person does not, who you've allotted time to, and they do not value your time. Like, and it's on every level. You don't have to be a business owner or somebody of some sort of notoriety or some sort of stature or nothing. You can be a regular schmo like me, just a regular average everyday schmo. And for somebody to not value your time, it has a negative impact on you. And so I came up with a list when I was, meditating and thinking about it. And so I wanted to offer you all my list, the top 5 reasons you should be around people who value your time in 2025. Number one is enhanced mental and emotional well-being. So I can't speak for anybody else, but for me, it does something very positive to me when I'm around somebody who respects my time. Okay. So if it could be anything, like, somebody could schedule a meeting, especially a mentee or a younger sibling, or my younger cousins, a family member, anybody, colleague, friend, acquaintance. If someone needs something from me, right? And they want to schedule a meeting with me and get on my calendar. Now, this is something real simple, but it means a lot to me. And so we schedule a meeting, and we go somewhere, like we're supposed to meet somewhere. It's two things that a person can do that it just puts me in a hellified, a really good space. The first thing is, if when I show up, if you already there. Like, if I show up and you're there early, I'm like, oh, okay. Especially a mentee. If a mentee or a youngin wants to meet with me, and then I go to show up and they already there early, waiting on me. Oh, you got me, youngin. Like, you got me, youngin. The other thing is, if a person who is meeting with me, especially a person who I have that sort of relationship with, and they offer to come pick me up, like, man, I can come by and swoop you. You know what I'm saying? Like, if someone who um extends the opportunity to make a meeting with me as convenient as possible. You know what I mean? Just really respecting my time. Like, that puts me in such a great mental and emotional space, man. So being around people who value your time is significantly will boost your mental and emotional health. These relationships foster a sense of belonging, support, which are crucial for your overall well-being. You know what I'm saying? To be in a situation where you, like, literally feel um support, you know what I'm saying, you feel supported, like somebody who literally values your time. Like, you feel a sense of support, especially for me, you know what I mean, being how my life is. I feel like a ridiculous sense of support, you know what I mean. So anyway, number two is deeper connections and meaningful relationships. People who value your time are more likely to invest in building strong, meaningful relationships with you. This leads to a deeper connection and a stronger support network, which is essential for your happiness and your resilience. It's nothing like having those, like, deep connections. And I'm gonna tell you, I only it's one person in particular, but we've been friends for 30 years. And I have to remind him about my time. You know what I'm saying? I have to remind him about my time. Like, come on, bro. You know what I mean? Like, come on, bro. And it's just he's my guy, but he is just like one of the most beautiful, um, loving, supporting, giving dudes that but no, but he is also one of the most self-centered, pompous jackasses that I know. And that's the guy. For those of you all who are familiar, who have been around the community, the guy, like, man, you have to get with the guy about respecting your time. But but those deep connections that I have with people, all of those people, they have and it's only a couple of them, but they have a ridiculous amount of respect for my time. You know what I'm saying? And also the other thing that people do is when people want to meet with me or whatever the case may be, and then they ask me about how much it costs, because of course I'm a consultant, and so I do have a consulting fee. So when people want to meet with me and they lead with asking me how much it costs and offering to pay my consulting fee or wanting to book in a consulting capacity, you know what I mean? And once again, that depends on the nature of our conversation, because sometimes we might have a conversation that is outside the scope of my consulting, my consulting practice, but they still offer to pay me for my time. So that's another thing that people do. But number two definitely is deeper connections and meaningful relationships. Let me hurry up so I can slide. We already at 10 minutes. I can't believe it. Number three is increased motivation and goal achievement. Increased motivation and goal achievement. And surrounding yourself with people who value your time can increase motivation and help you achieve your goals. These individuals often provide encouragement and support, which can enhance your productivity and success. There's that word support again. But it's definitely like when you're around people that value your time, if they value your time, then chances are they value what your efforts and what you're working toward. You know what I mean? People that value your time, they usually value your efforts and they value what you're working toward. And so that definitely increases your motivation and really presses you towards goal achievement. Number four for me is improved, communication and conflict resolution. People who value your time, they're more likely to communicate effectively and resolve conflicts in a respectful manner. This leads to healthier interactions and stronger bonds. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing like being able to disagree with your folks and, and y'all do it in a manner that's constructive, because conflict is supposed to end in a resolution. Like the whole purpose of conflict is to reach a resolution, and a resolution meaning something that, or excuse me, a condition where this issue has been resolved. And for me personally, I'm going to tell you the truth. And I'm a conflict person. Like I don't like, I'm so comfortable with conflict is stupid. You know what I mean? And I am a conflict person. Like I don't in every facet of it, I'm a conflict person. You know what I mean? I have absolutely no problems with conflict, have no problems with having tough conversations, have no problems with holding and being held accountable. I am a conflict person through and through. However, excuse me, I will not enter into a conflict if the purpose of a conflict is not resolution. In the words applies is, you just want to argue. Yeah, you just want to argue. I'm not here to just argue. If we're entering into a conflict, the purpose of us entering into a conflict is to reach a resolution. If we are not working towards reaching a resolution, there's absolutely no way in hell I'm going to be entering into a conflict with anybody. You know what I'm saying? Meaning the an example of this for me is when I go to if I'm entering into a conflict with somebody, let's say it's a loved one, and your immediate response is to backlash or to red herring or to throw out any of those defense mechanisms, okay, like I'm not finna do this. You understand what I'm saying? Like I'm not entering into a conflict with you because you don't want to resolve it. You just want to argue. And if you take any other posture other than preparing yourself for accountability, then it's over with. Same thing with me. The minute something is brought to me, I'm going to prepare myself for accountability. You know what I'm saying? And that's just that, or I try my best to. I'm not perfect at it, but I try my best at it. And so for me, improved communication and conflict resolution is huge, and it coincides with people who respect your time. And last but not least, number five is it leads to better time management and prioritization. Being around people who value your time, it encourages you to prioritize your own time more effectively. This helps you focus on what truly matters and to make the most of your limited time. Y'all do know time is limited, but it's being around people who value your time. It helps you focus on your own time management and to manage your time more effectively. You know what I mean? Like when people say stuff, it'll be like I'll forget. People will say something to me. Um, like, yeah, man, I know you busy. And then I'll be like, oh yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like it helps me focus and lock back in because yeah, I am busy because actually I was working on something when you call, you know what I mean? Or whatever the case may be. But that is a sign of somebody that's respecting your time. You know what I mean? And then also too, like a thing for me is like when people reach out to me and I'm not really you got to get me on the line, but I'm not really a text. I'm not really a sit down and text person. You know, I'm not really a sit down and email person. Like I'm a person that goes and I tap into those digital assets throughout the day, but I'm not sitting there waiting to respond to text all day because I'm out here doing what it is that I do. And so people who know me and respect the fact that I'm not a text person, don't take that personally. You know what I mean? You understand that you can call me and get me on the line. You know what I mean? And if I don't answer, then know that I'm going to call you back or whatnot. But when it's all said and done, better time management and prioritization just comes being around people who when people really truly value your time. And once again, those were the top 5 reasons to be around people that value your time in 2025. And I'm gonna say it again: there's no way in hell, there's no reason to be around people that do not value your time in 2025. Man, the world has become an increasingly busy place. We are all busy, very busy. And so yeah, you got to be around people that value your time and value you. But thank you all so much, man. I really, truly, genuinely appreciate you, man, for chopping it up with me and letting me get this out, man. Just letting me do what it is that I do. I really, genuinely, truly appreciate you, man. This is Junior the Truth signing off, giving you your daily reminder to view your life like a pair of dice until your life looks like a paradise, man. I'm Ohio-born, player-made. If you don't know anything else about me at the end of the day, I got to keep pushing, baby.